Hello, kindergarten, first and second grade students. This is Mrs. Trinitza with your next library lesson. We are going to talk today about main idea in a nonfiction book. So if you remember, we've talked about in our other lessons that Miss T has recorded and put on the library Google Classroom for you. We've talked about genres. Remember, different types of fiction, different types of nonfiction. Now, what I would like to do is talk about a reading strategy that you can do with nonfiction, which is called main idea, finding the main idea of a nonfiction book. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so our learning intention is that students will identify and describe what a book is mainly about. And success is that students will illustrate and write what a nonfiction book is mainly about by using the title, text, and pictures. Okay, let's talk about it. How can I find the most important ideas in a book, and how can details help me understand a main idea from a selection? Well, when you think about it, when you look at a nonfiction book, you can look at the title of the book, you can look at the cover of the book, you can go through and look at the pictures in a book, and a lot of times those will give you the main idea, what that book is mainly about. Okay, so let's listen to this video about main idea and see if this helps you understand it a little bit better.
Hi eSpark readers, in this video we are going to learn about finding the main idea. The main idea is what the passage or book is mostly about. I just came from one of my favorite places, the library. I checked out some nonfiction books that the librarian told me were brand new. I started looking at them and was thinking, I wonder what these books are mostly about. Well, the first thing I always do before opening a new book is look at the cover. I don't even have to read any words, and I noticed that the cover of this book has a picture of a polar bear and her cub, and they are floating on an iceberg. I know if I read the title, I will get even more clues. The title says, Where do polar bears live? So by looking at the picture and reading the title, I can make a pretty good guess that the main idea of this book is polar bears and where they live. I know so much about this book and I didn't even have to open it. And now what about this book? I see more bears, but these bears are brown, so I know they are not polar bears. I need some more information, so I'm going to read the title. Why do bears sleep all winter? That's a great question. I don't know. Aha! Right here, under the bear that is standing up, it says, A book about hibernation. Oh, this tells me even more. I bet that hibernation is another way to say sleep all winter. The main idea of this book is bears hibernating. I have two more books. Take a look at the covers and see if you can make a prediction about the main idea. Did you predict that these books are mostly going to be about penguins? Great job! You are getting so good at finding the main idea of a nonfiction text. The pictures really helped us here, didn't they? I see baby penguins on both covers. But I noticed that the title of this book tells me even more. It says Penguins and Their Chicks. That makes me think that even though both of these books are about penguins, and I see baby penguins on both, this book is going to teach me much more specific information about how penguins raise their babies than the book that just says penguins. My mom knows that I love penguins, so she gave me this article that she found. I wonder if I can find the main idea of an article just like I did with my books. Just like when I look at the cover of a book first, I am going to read the title first. The title of an article will be a very good clue about the main idea. This title says Talking About Penguins. I also noticed the picture is a penguin and a chick. The caption says Emperor Penguin with Chick. This is a long article, so I am just going to read the first paragraph. Penguins are one of the world's most interesting birds. They waddle when they walk and have flippers instead of wings. The bones in a penguin's flippers are heavier and more solid than those in the wings of a flying bird. This helps the penguin to fly through the water. The picture, the caption, and the title allowed me to make a prediction that this article is going to be about penguins. But do you see any evidence in the paragraph we read that supports my prediction? Look how many times you see the word penguin in this paragraph. 3 times. A repeated word in a paragraph is another good clue to tell you what the main idea most likely is. So when you are reading nonfiction, here are 3 clues you can use to help you find the main idea. Look for pictures, read the title, and look for repeated words and paragraphs. You will determine the main idea in no time. Now you know some clues to look for to find the main idea of a nonfiction passage or book.
Okay, guys, good job. So, hopefully that helped you understand and learn a little bit more about finding the main idea of a nonfiction book. Remember, nonfiction are books that are about real things, people, places, or things. Okay, we are going to listen to a nonfiction text about ladybugs. So right there is a little clue about what our main idea might be. So let's listen to this nonfiction text about ladybugs, and then we'll talk about what we think the main idea is.
Hello, boys and girls. Miss Calhoun here, and today we are going to read a nonfiction book called Ladybugs. And I can tell this is a nonfiction book because it's a real picture of a real animal or a real insect. On this page is a table of contents, and each number you see is a page of the book. Contents means something that it's filled with. So this book is filled with information about ladybugs. If you look at page 4, it says we're going to meet the ladybug. If you look at page 6 is going to be all about where they live. Page 8 is a bug's life cycle. Page 10 talks about the colorful bodies that ladybugs have. And page 12 is how ladybugs stay safe. Page 14 talks about how they move. Page 16 talks about how they sleep. Page 18 talks about what they eat. Page 20 talks about how they help in our earth. And page 22 are ladybug facts. Page 4, we're meeting the ladybug. Meet the ladybug. Ladybugs are insects. They are a type of small beetle. Ladybugs can be found all around the world. All around the world, ladybugs live anywhere they can find food. Ladybugs are born when they hatch from eggs. When they hatch from eggs, ladybugs look like tiny alligators. Ladybugs have colorful bodies that are covered with spots. The spots are different for each kind of ladybug. Ladybugs make a smell when they're scared. When they get scared, this smell keeps other animals away. Ladybugs can fly with their 2 large wings. They flap their 2 large wings 85 times every second. Ladybugs spend the winter in large groups. In large groups, ladybugs sleep till spring. Ladybugs eat small insects. Eating small insects gives ladybugs everything they need to be healthy. Ladybugs are important in nature. In nature, ladybugs eat insects that feed on plants. Page 22 are all the different facts about ladybugs. The end, boys and girls. Thank you.
Okay, guys, great job. So, if we looked let Miss T start this again really quick, but I'm going to
Hello,
stop right
boys and
here.
girls.
Okay, if we look at the title says Ladybugs, and there's even a picture of a ladybug. And then if we go throughout the pictures, there's pictures of ladybugs. And if we read, here's the word ladybug here, here's the word ladybug here. If we keep going to the next page, we have ladybugs, ladybugs, and another picture. And we keep going. Each page has the word ladybugs, and it tells you something new, something that you're learning about ladybugs, and it has a picture of ladybugs. Here we have ladybugs, ladybugs, more pictures. Same thing here, ladybugs and pictures. And see, that's something really interesting that Miss T didn't know, that ladybugs make a smell when they get scared. And that smell, it's like a adaptation. It helps them. It helps their predators stay away from them because the smell keeps other animals away. And that's really cool. I did not know that. And the ladybug is one of my favorites. And here, again, ladybugs. And then there's pictures, and these pictures are super cool. Look at this. This is them flying. So this is them opening those two large wings, or opening that shell that they have, and those wings coming out from underneath their shell and helping them fly. That is really cool. And that's something that Miss T didn't know about either. Of course, here's ladybugs twice, and oh my goodness, lots of pictures of ladybugs on this one. It talks about that they spend the winter in large groups and they sleep until spring. Kind of like what bears do, right? Hibernate. Except I don't think you'll see a bunch of bears together like that, would you? And here you have ladybugs and more pictures of them. And even though a ladybug is an insect, it talks about how they also eat small insects. So it's pretty good, cool. It's an insect eating an insect. And then here it talks about when they eat little insects, that it gives them what they need to stay healthy, kind of like the things that humans need to help them stay healthy. And on this picture page, ladybugs, and a nice big red ladybug with her spots. And then ladybug facts and a bunch of different pictures. And this is kind of just like a review. It gives you the pages that we already went through, the pictures that were on it, and the information, a little bit more information about the facts that were on each page. So that's pretty cool. And this here, it's kind of like, it's not a glossary because there's not a definition, but it is kind of like an index, right? We know we have indexes in nonfiction books because it gives you different words, keywords, and it tells you the page that you can find them on. So that's pretty cool too. All right, guys, so excellent. Good job. So,
Hello, boys and girls, Miss Calhoun here.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you guys are going to fill out your own paper about ladybugs. Okay, so Miss T is going to make this a little bit bigger. Now, what you guys should be able to do is that you will be able to fill this out. Miss T is going to have this where you can print it out in the Google Classroom. And if you're not able to print it out, all you have to do is just take a piece of paper and you can do the same thing. So what you're going to do is you're going to draw your own picture of a ladybug. And what Miss T is going to do is I am going to, instead of drawing on here, I'm just going to try to find a picture that I can put on my paper. Okay, Steve's going to try to make it a little bit smaller. There we go. So Miss T has a picture of a ladybug, but I would like for you guys to draw me a picture of what your ladybug looks like. And then I want you to write, what was this book mainly about? So Miss T is going to type in here what this book is mainly about, and then you guys can copy this on your paper or on the copy that you print. But we can say, this book is mainly about okay, hold on just a second here. Okay, so this book is mainly about what? So we looked at the cover, it had a ladybug on it. The title said Ladybugs. We went through each page and we saw the word ladybugs on all the pages, and we saw pictures of mostly ladybugs, right? So we could say this nonfiction book, this book is mainly about ladybugs. Good job, guys. So what I would like for you guys to do is you can either use your own piece of paper or you can print a copy of this out on the Google Classroom and you can write what Miss T is typing in here. This book is mainly about ladybugs. And if you would like to add another sentence, a fact about ladybugs from the book, that would be wonderful. There were a lot of different facts in there, weren't there? And one that I can think of, it said that ladybugs are insects. So that's what I'm going to add. And if you want to copy this onto your paper, that is fine. So we could put ladybugs are insects. Okay, guys. All right, good job. Let me go ahead and see if I can make this. I just want you guys to be able to see this when you go to write it. Okay, let me go ahead and make this one a little bit easier for you to see too. Okay, there we go. And you can pick another fact from the book too. It talked about that ladybugs eat smaller insects. So you could write that down. It talks about that ladybugs are in big groups in the wintertime. It talked about ladybugs having large wings that help them fly. That's a fact that you could write down. So it's all up to you. So what you can do is I would like for you on a piece of paper, or if you can print out this copy from the Google Classroom, I want you to write, this book is mainly about ladybugs, period. And then pick one of the facts from the book and write it down for me. If you want to use the one that Miss T did, that's fine. Ladybugs are insects. Or pick another one that is in the book. That's fine with me. And then Miss T, I used a picture from the web, but you guys can actually, I would like for you to draw your own picture of a ladybug. Okay, I would love to see your art skills. I know you guys are great at drawing. And make sure your name is at the top, whether it's your own piece of paper or if it's this worksheet that you're printing out, make sure your name's at the top. And if you could share it with me, I would love that because I love to see your guys' work. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning about the main idea of nonfiction books. And I hope that you liked learning about ladybugs. I did. I love ladybugs. And I actually learned a few new things about ladybugs. Okay, guys. Well, if you could do that for me, and if you need anything, just you can email me or you can message me on the library Google Classroom. And until next time, I would love for you guys to, listen to your parents and your teacher, follow directions, get your schoolwork done, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.